Ugh, is your PC running slow again? We've all been there, right? You're right in the zone, getting stuff done, and suddenly your computer decides to take a nap. It is the worst. But today, we're going to talk all about the most famous, most reliable fix in the book.
You know the signs. An app just completely freezes up. You start seeing some weird little glitches on the screen. Or, my personal favorite, it gets ridiculously slow right after a Windows update. Yep, that's your PC basically screaming at you that it needs a good old-fashioned refresh.
And that brings us to the golden rule, the absolute first chapter in the IT support handbook. It's a cliche for a very, very good reason. It actually works most of the time. But, and this is a big but, are you doing it the right way? Let's dive in and break down all your options.
Okay, first up, let's cover the basics. These are your go-to, everyday methods that you're probably going to use 99% of the time for a normal, healthy restart.
So here's the classic, the one everybody knows. You just click the Start button, head over to that little power icon, and choose Restart. Easy peasy. And hey, if you ever see the option for Update and Restart, definitely pick that one. It's like a 2-for-1 deal for your PC's health.
Now, if you're a fan of shortcuts, and who isn't, you're going to like this one. Just press the Windows key and the X key at the same time. Or you can just right-click on the Start button. That pops up the Power User menu, and from there you can get to Shut Down or Sign Out and then hit Restart. It's just a little bit quicker, a more direct path.
All right, let's get a little old school with this next one. First, make sure you've clicked on your desktop so no other program is selected. Then press Alt and F4 together. This brings up that classic Shutdown Windows box. You just use the drop-down menu to find Restart and click OK. A true power user move right there.
Okay, but what happens when things go really, really wrong? You know, when your mouse pointer is frozen and clicking does absolutely nothing. Well, that's when we need to pull out a different set of tools. It's time to call in the cavalry. This key combination is your absolute lifeline when your entire system just decides to lock up on you. 3 little keys, but man, they hold a world of power. See, this command is designed to interrupt everything else that's going on at a really deep level, which is why it usually works even when your computer seems totally frozen.
When you press Ctrl-Alt-Delete, it brings you to this special Windows security screen. And even if your desktop is completely stuck, you can almost always still get to that little power icon in the bottom right corner and choose Restart. And hey, pro tip, this is also where you can open the Task Manager to try and shut down whatever program is causing the problem in the first place.
Okay, deep breaths, everyone. We have to talk about the nuclear option. This is what you do when even Ctrl-Alt-Delete doesn't work. And I have to say, this should be treated as a serious, emergency-only procedure.
And here's why you have to be so careful. A hard reboot is basically like pulling the power cord straight out of the wall. It gives Windows and your apps zero time to save their work or shut down gracefully. That means you could lose any unsaved data, and in some rare cases, you might even corrupt an important system file. Not good.
So, if you've tried everything else and you absolutely have to do it, you press and hold the physical power button on your computer until the whole thing shuts off. Then, just wait a few seconds before you press it again to turn it back on. Some desktop computers also have a tiny little restart button you can press too. But again, this is your last resort.
All right, enough with the scary emergency stuff. Let's switch gears and talk about some pro-level moves. These next methods are all about efficiency, control, and even automating the whole process.
For those of you who aren't afraid to look under the hood a little bit, the command line is an incredibly powerful tool, and you can get to it through Command Prompt, PowerShell, or even the little run box.
Let's decode this little bit of magic, shall we? Shutdown is the command itself. The R part tells it you want to restart, not just shut down. And the /T0 sets the time delay to 0 seconds, so it happens immediately. It's super precise and crazy fast.
And check this out, you can even use that command to create your own personal one-click restart button. Just create a new shortcut on your desktop, and when it asks for the location, you just paste in shutdown /R/T0. Give it a name, and bam, you've got an instant reboot just a double click away. Want to make sure your computer gets a fresh start every single morning? You can actually use the built-in task scheduler to make it happen automatically. You just create a new task, set a trigger, like say daily at 3 a.m., and tell it to run the shutdown.exe program with the -R argument. It is a fantastic set it and forget it maintenance trick.
Now, just when you thought you had the complete picture, I've got a little twist for you.
This is something that most Windows users, even experienced ones, get wrong, and it's super important, especially when you're trying to fix a problem. It seems totally logical, right? I mean, shutdown turns it off, restart turns it off, and then on again. They should basically be the same thing, with one extra step. But here's the thing. In modern Windows, they are fundamentally different.
Okay, here's the big reveal. When you click Shutdown, Windows uses this feature called Fast Startup. It basically takes a snapshot of your system and drivers and saves it to a file before it powers down. That's why your computer boots up so much faster these days. But Restart completely ignores Fast Startup. It closes every single thing, clears everything out, and starts from a completely clean slate.
So this is the key takeaway for today. If you're trying to fix a glitch or a weird driver issue, clicking Shutdown might not actually solve your problem. That Fast Startup feature could reload the exact same issue you're trying to get rid of. Choosing a restart is the only way to guarantee a truly full, deep, clean reboot.
So there you have it. From a simple click in the Start menu to a powerful command line trick, and now the critical difference between a shutdown and a restart, you are officially equipped with the complete Reboot Toolkit. So the next time your PC starts acting up, you'll know exactly which tool to reach for.